97 years old. And I'm going to tell you something that'll sit in your chest like a stone. Something nobody around you has the nerve to say out loud. Not your friends, not your mentors, not those motivational podcasts you listen to on your commute. They won't say it because it makes people uncomfortable. It makes them squirm. I've lived almost a full century. I've outlived 2 wives, a daughter, a brother I thought was invincible, and just about every person who ever knew me when I still had dark hair. I've seen this world flip itself inside out more times than I can count. And through all of it, every war, every heartbreak, every long sleepless night, one thing kept proving itself true over and over. We walk through our lives like we've been promised tomorrow, like it's owed to us. It's not, but here's when that really hit me. Not at 85, not at 70. I was 36 years old, and it took me nearly 6 decades after that to actually understand what I'd been shown. It was 1963, March 8th. I know the date because it was a Wednesday and the school had just let out early on account of a pipe bursting in the gymnasium. I was a woodshop teacher at Lincoln Middle School over in Brenton, a little nowhere town on the Oregon coast. I loved that job. Don't forget you're wonderful. Stuff like that. I used to tease her about it. Told her it was corny. I'd give anything to have one of those notes now. That Wednesday, I came home early because of the busted pipe. Figured I'd surprise her, maybe take the girls down to the beach before dinner. But when I pulled into the driveway, my neighbor, Paul Haddock, was standing on my porch, and I knew. Something about the way he was standing there, hands in his pockets, not waving, just waiting. You know before anyone says a word. Helen had collapsed at the bakery. An aneurysm, they told me later. She was 34 years old, gone before the ambulance got there. And here's what they don't prepare you for. When someone vanishes from your life that fast, with no warning, no final chapter, they take a whole universe of unfinished things with them. Every little argument you never cleaned up. Every time you walked out of the room while she was still talking. Every night you sat there reading the paper while she was right there, right next to you, alive and warm and wanting your attention. That night I sat on the back porch steps and I told myself, never again will I take a single day for granted. I will show up for my life. I will hold my daughters tighter. I will not waste what I have left. And you want to know what happened? I failed, almost right away. Oh sure, for a few weeks I was different. I was softer with the girls. I told people I cared about them. I watched sunsets like they meant something, but then the grocery bills kept coming, and the girls needed new shoes, and the roof started leaking, and life just keeps going, doesn't it? It doesn't care about your revelations. I married again in 1967, Margaret, a kindergarten teacher with a laugh that could fill a whole room. We had 38 years together before emphysema took her slow, over the course of 2 awful winters. And do you know what keeps me up at night about those 38 years? It's not the fights. Every couple fights. It's not the year we nearly went bankrupt when I tried to start that furniture business. It's not even the hard stuff. It's the ordinary stuff. It's all those Thursday evenings she asked me to come sit on the porch with her, and I said, in a minute, and then never went. It's the way she'd try to tell me about her day, and I'd be half listening. thinking about some cabinet I needed to finish. It's the hundreds and hundreds of small, quiet moments I treated like they were nothing, like there'd always be more of them. Because here's what nobody warns you about getting old. You don't just lose the people. You lose them again every single time you remember something you threw away. Every time a memory surfaces and you realize, oh, she was trying to connect with me right there and I was somewhere else. That hits you fresh. Every time. My daughter Ruth got sick in 1994. Ovarian cancer. She was 42. I was 67. I drove 4 hours every weekend to sit with her at that hospital in Portland. And one afternoon she looked at me, tubes everywhere, and she said, "Dad, I'm sorry I moved so far away." And I almost lost it right there. Because why? Why do we save our honesty for hospital rooms? Why do we wait until someone's hooked up to machines to finally say the things we should have been saying over Tuesday night dinners for the past 20 years? But I didn't say any of that. I just squeezed her hand and told her everything was fine, that we'd had plenty of time together. We hadn't. I found someone again later. Vivian. I was 74, she was 71. We had 19 good years. She passed last spring, quiet, in her sleep, and even after everything, after burying Helen and Margaret and Ruth, after all the promises I made to myself about being present, you know what I still caught myself doing? I still sometimes zoned out when Vivian told me about her book club. I still sometimes picked up the crossword puzzle when she was trying to talk to me. I still sometimes thought, I'll really listen next time. There wasn't always a next time. Now, you're sitting there, probably thinking this is just a sad old man rambling. Thinking, yeah, well, we all die, what's the point? But you're dodging the real thing here. The point isn't that everybody dies. You already know that. The point is that you're living like the rules don't apply to you. Like somehow your story is going to be different. Like you'll get around to the important stuff eventually. I'm 97. Let me save you the suspense. Eventually doesn't show up. You think you'll take that trip with your wife after the kids are grown. By then your back won't cooperate and she'll be tired in ways you can't fix. You think you'll patch things up with your brother after the holidays. The holidays will pass 15 more times and then one of you will get a phone call. You think you'll slow down and enjoy life once you hit some milestone, some number in your bank account, some promotion, some imaginary finish line. There is no finish line. There's just now, and you're spending it on garbage. You're spending it refreshing apps that don't care about you. You're spending it in meetings that won't